Well, hello there, my little goldies, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to a very, very different sort of video. This video was actually a requested one. I had mentioned in, oh gosh, I don't know what kind of video it was. It might have been in one of my crochet videos or something, or maybe a book haul or something, but I mentioned that that I collected Cabbage Patch Kids, and so I had a request to actually show my Cabbage Patch Kid collection, and I have not done that yet, and so we're gonna be doing that today. Now today is Friday, May 22nd. Yeah, Friday, May 22nd of 2020, and so this is going to be my Cabbage Patch Kid collection. Now, I'm probably going to end up splitting it up in maybe 2 or 3 different videos because, let me explain, I have 3 different types of Cabbage Patch Kids. The first type is the vintage ones, which we all are familiar with from the 80s, you know, way back in the day. And then I have what's called Babyland exclusives, which are like the vintage ones. They have like the vintage ones, they have the vinyl heads with, some of them have yarn hair, but also some of them have the, I don't know, more of like a typical doll hair, with cloth bodies. And then the third type of Cabbage Patch Kid I have is what's called the soft sculpt Cabbage Patch Kids, which are all cloth. They have the cloth bodies and the cloth heads and faces and stuff with yarn hair, or sometimes they can be born bald, but all of mine have hair. So anyway, because I have quite a few of them, I thought, you know, just to kind of keep the video from getting really long, I thought I would go ahead and just split it up. Now, what we're actually looking at right now, and I'm going to put the Cabbage Patch Kids on this pillow to kind of prop them up so you guys can see them a little bit better. But I have just, this is just a pink therapy pillow, and I use this like when one or both of my knees are acting up. And so what it is this side here has got like a kind of a soft, I don't want to say fuzzy side, but it kind of feels like felt, I guess. And so you put it on your bed or your couch or wherever it is that you're going to prop up your leg or whatever. And so it keeps it from sliding. And then over here, this is more of a softer, kind of silkier side. And it just, this is what you would put your leg on. And the pillow is actually filled with these beads, and you can kind of scrunch it up. It's real movable, you know, so you can kind of scrunch it up and move it as you need to. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to put the Cabbage Patch Kids on here to prop them up a little bit so you guys can see them a little bit better, and I'll make sure that you guys are able to see them up close and everything. But let me kind of tell you how this all started. Now, I started collecting Cabbage Patch Kids probably, maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago, I guess. Maybe about a year, I don't know, between about a year and a half and a couple of years, I guess. And I don't know, like you know what, like when I get on YouTube, like I'll watch anything that kind of strikes my mood. And so I was actually watching some videos on, get this, vintage toy reviews, like, you know, toys like from the 70s and 80s, like, you know, these different collectors and stuff would get these ones from way long ago. And you know, some of them would be like you know, new in box or whatever, and so they would just show these different things that were available, you know, way back in the day. And I'm like, wow. And so they had some kind of Cabbage Patch Kid thing, I don't know, and it just kind of got me to thinking about my Cabbage Patch Kids, because I had a couple when I was growing up, and boy, I remember when people were just fighting over them, like when the Coleco toy company kind of took them over, you know, when they got licensed to mass market them, you know, to mass produce them and so forth, and boy, you know, people were just fighting over them for, I think it was Christmas of like '83, holy cow. But yeah, I did have a couple of them growing up, and I didn't get mine until like after the whole craze died down, and actually by the time I had a preemie, and I had like a bigger girl, and then I had the 2 of them, because after that, like I kind of started outgrowing dolls, I guess, you know, and I never thought of it before, and boy, the ones I had were very, very well loved. I don't have them anymore, unfortunately. I think they got lost when we moved, but so anyway, it got me to thinking when I was watching these videos and saw this Cabbage Patch Kid, I think it was some kind of play set or something, and I thought, you know, I wonder if I can find, I wonder what they would go for, and of course I started scouring eBay, and And I actually got quite a few that weren't, you know, that weren't very much money. I didn't get the new in box ones or anything. Like if you get the ones that have never been taken out of the box, you're going to pay a little bit more. But I just, you know, I didn't really care about that. You know, I just wanted them to kind of display. And so I found ones that I liked and that seemed to be in really good shape and so forth. And so that's what I got. But I'm trying to find some that actually look like the ones that I had growing up so far. I haven't really found, you know, exactly what I was looking for, but I do have quite a few cute ones. And also, just to kind of tell you guys as well, because I kind of started this, and because, like I said, I watch kind of anything on YouTube that I get in the mood for, and so the whole Cabbage Patch Kid thing kind of led me to it kind of led me to another kind of doll called Reborn Babies. And what a Reborn Baby is it's a vinyl kit with the head, the arms, and the legs with a cloth body. And it's a vinyl kit, an unpainted vinyl kit, and it's hand painted by an artist to look like, you know, to look as realistically like a real baby as possible. And so I started collecting them as well. And so I have Cabbage Patch Kids and I have a few Reborns. And so what I did, because I kind of started doing this, and it kind of took me a couple of years, I guess, to actually kind of decide that I wanted to get a Reborn, I guess, because I was looking at videos on them and with the Cabbage Patch Kids kind of leading me to that, and I'm going, what in the world? You know, because I mean, they just looked so real. I mean, they look like a real baby, you know, let me tell you. And I'm like, you know, this is kind of cool. And I'd always liked dolls, you know, as a kid and stuff. And then, you know, of course you outgrow them and you don't really think about it too much, but then you kind of look back at things and it's like, you know what, I really did enjoy that, and they're cute and so forth. But anyway, so it took me a couple years to actually get my, you know, to actually get one. And because I got into the Cabbage Patches and I have, and you know, I kind of started liking the Reborns. I actually do have another channel. I've actually got a dolly channel, and I haven't really mentioned it here because that is so far removed from what we actually do over here. Because as you guys know, over here we have coloring, you know, adult coloring books, fountain pens, journals, you know, paper, that kind of stuff. You know, what else? What did I say? Coloring supplies, fountain pens, journals, and crocheting and knitting and stuff. Yeah, so this is more of a crafty channel, but I do have that other hobby. And so what I decided to do, and I wanted to start making videos with the, you know, with what I had over there. And so because it is so far removed from what we do over here, I thought it would be better to make a different channel for that. And because if you have like too much stuff on one channel, you kind of start losing your audience, in my opinion, you know, that kind of thing. Because you got like I don't know, like you can really just bombard people. And so sometimes, well, it's kind of like my Sims channel. Like I keep my Sims stuff over there on that channel. This over here is the crafty stuff. And then, you know, even though we do have several things that we do, and then over there, I have my little dolly channel. And so I can link that in the description section if you're interested in watching something like that. And also just kind of talk about that a little bit. It's a hobby that seems strange to some people. Like, you know, it undoubtedly is strange to some people. You know, don't get, you know, no lie about that. Because the babies do look realistic. Let me actually show you one. Let me actually show you one, and then we'll get into the Cabbage Patches. Okay, guys. So this is one of my Reborns that I have, and I've had her kind of wrapped up because when I don't have them out, I keep them wrapped up in blankets and I store them in my closet, you know, to keep them, you know, to keep them in nice shape because they're actually quite delicate. But anyway, so let me just kind of show you. I'll just unwrap her a little bit, but let me just kind of talk a little bit about them. So this doll here, you know, this baby is, and so when you're thinking about Reborns, you have what's called a sculpt, and that is your kit, your vinyl kit. And so this is the Lucy sculpt by the sculptor's name is Tina Cui. So when you talk about a sculpt, you have the sculpt name plus the sculptor that made it, that you know, that molded it. So this is the Lucy sculpt by Tina Cui, okay? And then the artist who actually painted this kit, okay, so you're gonna get this, the unpainted kit. So the artist that painted this kit is, and I'm not gonna say her last name, but her name is Sharon, and her channel on YouTube is Born Again Reborns, and she also goes by Butterfly Baby Kisses Nursery on eBay and Facebook, where she actually makes her her babies and sells them. And yeah, you know, we don't always necessarily call them dolls. We call them babies, even though we know they're not real babies. And that's another thing, like, because they look so realistic and all that, people are under the assumption that people that collect them think that they're actually real babies and stuff. And so, you know, they kind of put collectors in this like crazy category, you know, that kind of thing. And but, you know, honestly, people that collect these type of dolls, they're regular, just normal people. They just have this hobby. And so there's lots that you can do with them. I mean, there's what I tend to do with them, and what I tend to do is, as you can see, they can actually wear baby clothes. And so what I do is I like to just dress them up and make them look cute, and kind of, you know, display them with like little props, like little stuffed animals and stuff, and you know, just make them look cute and stuff. But anyway, let me show you. And I know I'm way off topic here, because I said Cabbage Patch Kids, but I said I started talking about this. But as you can see now, she has the cloth. Here's her cloth body. And let me just kind of unzip, or not unzip, but let me just unsnap this little onesie here, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so, and she does have a little diaper on underneath. It kind of helps to fill out the clothes, and it kind of makes it, you know, adds to the realism, I guess, you know. But so she has a cloth body, okay, and the head and limbs are vinyl, and they are put together with zip ties, and I will show you that in just a sec as soon as I get her snapped back up here. So what you do is they paint the kit with either air dry paints or with something called Genesis heat set paints, which means with those paints you have to actually cure them with heat, you know, to make the paint set. And so this girl was painted with Genesis heat set paints by Sharon. And so she's got, and I'll show you the zip ties and stuff, but let me just show you the characteristics here. So the hair, they can either have what's called rooted hair, meaning that it's mohair that's put in with a needle. You have to kind of poke the head with the needle to kind of get it inside the head, and then you glue the inside of the head so the hair stays in place. But this girl actually has painted hair. So Sharon does a really great job with her painted hair, okay? And then so they can either have rooted hair or painted hair, or they can be bald. And then you can see, let me kind of turn her around and I'll show you her zip tie, if we can. There it is. Okay, so on the back of her, and this holds true with her limbs as well, but you can see that there's a little zip tie right there, and that just kind of keeps her head on, otherwise her head would fall off. Same with the limbs. And as you can also tell, the body is also weighted with, the body is filled with polyfill and weighting material, which is a nylon stocking with fine glass beads, okay? And the reason why that is done is to make the doll heavier, and so it kind of feels like you're holding a baby, you know, with the because they can go anywhere from, say, 4 pounds all the way up to maybe 7 or 8 pounds, you know, depending on how the doll is weighted. So she's got polyfill with the fine glass beads. She's got like one in her little butt. She's also got one kind of in the middle of her body, along with the polyfill, and then in the back of her head, she's also got weighting material too with polyfill. And so her head will actually, let me just show you, her head will actually fall back. Her head will actually, her head will actually fall back like you know, like a baby. So so the intention, or the intention is to kind of support the head, because it will actually fall back like so. But yeah, so I have these kinds of dolls, And if you have any questions about these, you know, just definitely let me know. But if you want to see more of these, you can go onto my other channel. It's called Serenade Nursery, and I called it that because a lot of times I will actually sing over there quite a bit more than I do here, because I can't monetize over there yet because I don't have enough subscribers or anything, so I can get away with singing actual songs over there for now anyway. But yeah, so I have these kinds of babies, but I've also got Cabbage Patch Kids, which we're going to show you today. And I have those kinds of babies. Now, let me kind of tell you about Babyland, which is where Cabbage Patch Kids are born, okay? And so we call the Reborns babies as well, even though they are dolls, of course. But you also don't want to use the D word, the doll word, for Cabbage Patch Kids, because they will tell you they are not dolls, they are babies, you know. So we call Cabbage Patch Kids babies, and we call the Reborns babies. Even though, yeah, we know they're not real, but, you know, we still do. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the, I think the first part of this video is I'll show you the vintage kids I have from the 80s. And then in part 2, I will show you the Babyland general exclusive ones. And then I'll either do in part 2 the soft sculpture ones, or I might split it up into part 3. I don't know. It just depends on how long the video gets. And this is getting pretty long too, because I kind of got off topic a little bit. But let's go ahead and grab some vintage kids, and we'll show you what we got. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started with the Cabbage Patch Kids. But, oh, let me tell you... boy, I'm like all over the place with this video. I forgot to tell you guys now about the Reborns. Like, not everybody keeps the sculpt name. Like, they know what the sculpt name is, but sometimes they'll give their own name to the doll. So, like I said, the one I showed you was the Lucy Sculpt by Tina Cui, but I call her, the name I gave her is Melissa Lucille, because I decided to go ahead and keep the form of Lucy as part of her middle name. So anyway, that was little baby Melissa. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the little Cabbage Patch Kids here. Now, I don't have names for all of these guys here. Well, I have mostly girls, but I have a couple of boys. I don't have names for the vintage ones as of yet. I kind of got some of them like, I ended up getting like several at once, and so I just never came up with names. And most of them did not have their adoption papers anymore. If you guys remember about Cabbage Patch Kids, they did come with like adoption papers and stuff, and most of the ones that I got vintage-wise didn't come with them anymore. Like, they either got lost or they just didn't come with them. So if you can find ones with the original adoption papers and stuff, then you're gonna pay a little bit more, but most of mine didn't. So, but that's okay. You know, I can always have something made and so forth, and I'll come up with names for everybody, but right now I don't have names for everybody yet. But anyway, now most of the ones I have are either from like between like 83 and 85, I think. So the ones that I have here are from the Coleco company. Sometime after that, there were a couple of other companies that took them over, like Hasbro, I think, did, and also Mattel. And now they're done by Wicked Cool Toys. I think Toy Jacks or Jacks or whatever had them at one time. But yeah, these ones are all the Coleco ones. Okay, so we have this girl here. And now don't ask me what the face molds are and stuff, because like each one had a different face mold number in the factory and stuff. But how you can kind of tell what the face mold and everything is like on the back of the head here. And it's going to be a little hard to see, but on the back of the head here, let me try to bring it up here. On the back of the head, they do have some writing on here, and it'll kind of tell you like what the face mold is and what factory it came from. And then also on the side, and I think most of mine still have the tags, but on the side here you can see that there's a tag. Okay. Can we get it in there? Okay. On the side you can tell that it's got like a little tag here, and it kind of tells you the information, like what factory and everything and so forth. And so it's kind of like, that's a big deal for collectors and stuff, like hardcore collectors. Like they'll want different, they'll want such and such face mold or such and such doll from a factory, you know, from factory such and such, or a specific outfit that Cabbage Patch Kids had put out, you know, at the time. But anyway, so we have this girl. She's in very, very good shape. She's got her blonde ponytails, and she's still got her ribbons, and this is the outfit that she came with. And so this is a little Cabbage Patch Kid dress, okay, as you guys can see, hopefully. So, now I'm not showing them to you in any particular order because I don't remember which ones I got first, which ones came second, and so forth. But, and then also in typical Cabbage Patch Kid style, you have the Xavier Roberts signature on the little butt right there. So yeah, I'm not going to show that with all of the Cabbage Patch Kids, but just to kind of show you guys the, you know, it's classic, right? Very, very classic. So anyway, here is this little girl. And again, I don't have names for everybody, but she's very, very cute. And then next we have this girl. Now she is a corn silk kid. And now she came with, this is her outfit that she came with. And a lot of the times, like the Cabbage Patch Kid clothes, like especially the pants, the elastic kind of gets worn out, and so the elastic doesn't work anymore. So this is like stretch to kingdom come. So I have to be careful that her pants aren't going to fall down off of her. But she still got her little socks. I don't know what happened to her shoes. I think she did come with shoes, but she's got this cute little dress with the pants underneath, and I'm gonna try to tuck it in underneath here to make sure, hopefully her pants don't come off, because the elastic, like I said, is just torn to kingdom come. But anyway, she's got her cute little socks. And now her hair, when I got her, now I think the Corn Silk Kids came out, I want to say like in 85, I think, but let me show you her lovely curls. Now when I got her, and she's got like a little ribbon up top right there. Now when I got her, I think they had her in storage, and so I actually had to wash her hair because her hair was all icky, you know, and funky. So I had to wash it. What I did was I washed it in baby shampoo, and then added just a little tiny bit of conditioner to kind of loosen up the curls, you know, so that I could detangle it, because I mean her hair was just an absolute nightmare. And it looks a lot better than it did. It's kind of been smushed because I've had her just kind of, you know, wrapped up and put away. But her hair looks a lot better than it did when she came here. So I did quite a bit of work on her, and her curls did kind of spring back to life. She's very, very cute. So yeah, I like her. I like her. I never had a corn silk one. I kind of wanted one when they came out, but then I kind of got to the point where I just sort of lost interest in them, you know, so I never got a corn silk kid, you know, when they came out, but I have one now. I've actually got several of them now, but so the hair, it's real, it kind of feels more like doll hair. Like the corn silk feels more like doll hair. It's real silky and soft, okay? And sometimes they would have it in straight formula or curly formula. Okay. All right, next we have this little guy here, and I think this was his original outfit. Okay, so this is a little Cabbage Patch Kid outfit, and he's in pretty nice shape. Here's the back of him. He's got these really nice brown curls. Okay, so he's in pretty nice shape. There's this little guy. Very cute little smile right there. Okay. Now we have this little girl, and she's still got her shoes and her socks and everything on. So she came, I think this was her original outfit. She still has her headband and her ribbons. Okay, we'll turn her over so you guys can see. But there's the back of her hair. Okay, so she's got the cute little braids, and very, very adorable. Then now we have this little guy, and he's kind of, we kind of got him in like a little moon. He doesn't have any pants, but let me show you the little outie belly button that the Cabbage Patch Kids always had as well. So little outie belly button, okay. But he's in very nice shape too. He just didn't come with any pants. He's got like a sports jersey on, but he didn't come with any pants. So say hi. Yeah, he's now he's got, his mouth is kind of open, so I think back then they had like little pacifiers and bottles and stuff that you could, you know, that you could give him. So I think he could fit like a little pacifier there. So he's got like a little hole right there to put a pacifier or something. So yeah, cheeky little guy. There's that little guy. And next we have this little girl, and this little girl needs a little bit of work. She's in nice shape, And her pants are just, I think her pants are kind of too big for her. Like these pants are not too big, but I think these pants are too small for her. I ended up getting a sack of Cabbage Patch Kid clothes, and she didn't have, I think she came naked. To be honest, I don't think she had any clothes on. So I had to dig something out of the bag and put something on her. But what I picked out, the pants are just too small. So I think, I don't know, the pants may have been for something else, but yeah, they don't quite go up all the way on her. But let me show you her hair. Now her hair is going to need a little bit of work, because a lot of times, as you guys know, these Cabbage Patch Kids did not come with loose hair. And something about her hair too. Now this is the yarn hair, but I'm thinking that the person that originally had her, like the little girl or whoever that played with her, snipped part of her hair, because she's got just some really uneven strands of this yarn hair. So I think whoever had her kind of messed up her hair. And so I'm going to have to try to do something with her hair. Now, how you would do that, you know, to kind of split it is you kind of, there's a way, let me kind of show you the back of her head, okay? So when you're talking about the hair, now the hair will not cover the whole entire head, okay? Let me show you this. So the hair will not cover the whole entire head. You're going to find bald spots in the hair, and this is how they were able to style it. Like this is the, you know, it kind of went with the style. And what it's supposed to do is you're supposed to kind of split it into the, a lot of times they had like 2 ponytails or 2 braids or something. So you're supposed to kind of split it up into the style that they wore, and then just kind of put it back together. Like I think it's supposed to split. I don't know. I'm going to have to mess with her hair. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to have to mess with her hair and just kind of see how it was styled, and see if I can recreate what she originally wore. But for right now, it's just kind of loose falling to try to cover up some of those like messed up spots that she has. So even though her body is in nice shape, her hair needs a little bit of work. So anyway, there's this girl. Okay. Okay, so next we have got this little girl, and she's actually in very nice shape. She doesn't have her original socks and shoes, so she's barefooted. And so she's got this cute little yellow dress that she came with. And then her hair, she's got like the red braids. She's got like red hair. And she's got her original ribbons. Like you can see that she's got ribbons both here. Let me make sure that we're in frame. You can see that she's got both of her ribbons here. And then she's also got both of her ribbons on this side right there. So she actually came, she's actually in very, 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 very nice shape. I'm really, 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 really glad that they're still in the shape that they are in. Yeah, so and I think I have, okay, let's show you this next girl. Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of sort through the ones I showed you guys. Okay, you guys saw that, and I'm just kind of sticking them over here for the time being. Okay. Alright, so I'm really happy with the shape that she is in. Now some of the ones I have kind of need, well, she actually kind of needs a little bit of restuffing, I think. She's kind of flat, like in the belly, you know, she needs a little bit of restuffing. Sometimes the polyfill obviously will get old, and so, you know, she's kind of flat. I mean, she's still in, the body is still in very nice shape, but she's flat looking. I think she kind of got smushed, you know, when she was in storage, so she's kind of a pancake. So, you can actually restore these dolls very easily. What you can do, like the Reborn, let me show you, like the Reborn, now the body obviously is cloth, okay, so you can't take the limbs off. The limbs are sewed together to the body. But the head, like the Reborn, okay, they're held together with a zip tie. So you can actually cut the zip tie and take the head off, okay? And then you can take the old polyfill out of the body and then put new polyfill in and restuff, okay? Now, hardcore collectors may not want to do that because, you know, that's not the original stuffing that the doll had come with. But if you know, want to restore a Cabbage Patch Kid, because let's face it, a lot of these need a lot of TLC, they need some rescuing, and I've seen some ones that have been just in terrible, terrible shape that people have done wonders with. And And it starts with washing the body and restuffing, because the stuffing is either has worn out or is smushed like this, or you know, or it's just not even there too much. So I might take some polyfill. I've actually got a bag of polyfill, and I might work on her. I might restuff her, but she's still very cute. Don't get me wrong, she's still very, very cute. So there's that girl. Oops. Now we have this little girl, and she doesn't have any socks or shoes either, but she came with this very, very, very pretty pink dress. Okay, and she's actually in nice shape. She's not smushed. She didn't get smushed. She's now she didn't have her original ribbons, I guess, so I think she was one that I actually had to, I think this hair I actually had to redo, because again, when she came, she had like the real long, well, I mean, yeah, it's long, but she had her hair was loose, kind of like that other doll I showed you. So what I did was I went down the head here, and I put the hair back into the ponytails, okay, that it originally came in, and she either came with ponytails or braids. And so because she didn't come with any ribbons, I just took a couple of elastics and just put it in her hair like that. And so I'm planning to get some ribbon and actually make some ribbons for their hair, because I don't have too many on hand right now, but I'm gonna get some ribbon and actually make some ribbons for their hair. I think that'll be another craft project that I will get to once I get my my sanctuary done. So yeah, she'll need some ribbons for her hair. Yeah. Please bring me some scarlet ribbons for my hair. All right, yeah. I think with this dress, it'll have to be pink ribbons or white. But anyway, so there's that little girl. And I'll let you guys know, like, when I come up with names for everybody, because like I said, I have so many of them that I just don't have names for the vintage ones right now. But anyway, there's this girl. All right, let me go ahead and grab the next group, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, we got another one here. So here is another little girl. And this is the outfit that she came with. As you can see, she's still got her shoes and socks on and stuff. She kind of came in this winter outfit, very, very adorable, winter sweater and pants, and it's kind of like a little snowsuit, I think, but very, very adorable. And so she's got kind of a similar hairstyle as the one little girl I showed you with the braids. There, can you guys see that with the braids? She's still got her ribbons. Well, she's missing the ribbons up here. Oh, you know what? What I need to do is I need to work on her hair a little bit. I just now saw this, but the headband was kind of stitched to the hair right here, and so I'm thinking that I need to work on the hair. See what happened right there? You can see that this is kind of loose, and then you can see that there's like kind of a little spot right there, you know? Same here on this side. And what happens with these is let me show you here. They get so old, you guys, they get so old, and the ribbon with the rubber band is also gone too. I need to work on her hair a little bit. But what happens is this gets so old that the stitching, there's like a little thread that kind of holds it there, but it gets so old that it gets old and it gets real fragile and it breaks. So I need to work on her hair a little bit, but she's in pretty good shape. She's another one of those that kind of got a little smushed. She's a little smushed, yeah. So I think she needs a little bit of restuffing, but she's got a pretty bulky diaper on, so she kind of feels pretty bulky in the butt, but like right here you can see that she's real smushed, you know, in the chest. So I might have to restuff a few of these and just kind of do a little bit of work on them, but she's still very cute. She's still very, very cute. For the most part, she's in really nice shape. Her shoes feel a little bit sticky, like there's sticky parts on the shoes here sometimes, and it's because they get so old that they get kind of just yicky and sticky, and especially if they've been in storage, you know. So it's not like these guys are brand new. I mean, these have been around the block a few times. So just to kind of be aware of that. And what I do with her, I kind of got like everybody in plastic and just kind of put away. But what I'm going to do with hers, I'm just going to make sure that she's kind of like double bagged because of the sticky shoes, because she's in with the other Cabbage Patch Kids, and I don't want the stickiness to rub off on any of the other outfits or anything, or to get on anything else. So I'm just going to kind of make sure that she is double bagged, you know, just to kind of keep things from getting nastier, you know. But anyway, there's that little girl. Okay. Now I have another corn silk girl. Okay. So here is this little girl. Okay. And again, I had to wash her hair because now it looks like she doesn't have any pants. So she's barefoot. She doesn't have any pants, but she does have her little diaper on. But again, I had to wash her hair because it was just, you know, again, it was just icky and greasy and nasty, you know. So I washed it again with a little bit of baby shampoo, and I just put a little bit of conditioner in it, and then I tried to kind of fluff back the bangs kind of like they were. I need to work on this a little bit more. And then I put her back in a ponytail. She did not have her original ribbons or anything anymore, but I did put a ponytail back in her hair. But she has this really, really pretty auburn colored hair. I really like her hair. Very, very adorable. But she looks really cute. Okay, so there's that girl. And then I have another corn silk girl. Okay, so here is this girl. And again, you know, same thing with the hair. Had to wash the hair. And she actually, no, she didn't have her original ribbons. And her hair actually feels quite a bit better than the other hair. Sometimes the hair gets a lot of wear and tear. And again, you know, she kind of got smushed because she's been, you know, kind of in the bag. So I need to work on her hair a little bit more. But she's very cute. Again, another redhead. And I really like her dress. This purple dress is just really, really, really pretty. Very nice. So there's that little girl. Okay. And then we have yet another corn silk haired girl. Okay. So we have kind of a strawberry blonde girl right here. Okay. And so she came with this little dress. She doesn't have any socks or shoes on, but look at her little face. And I like to try to come up with like different personalities for them too. Now she did come with her adoption papers, which I'll have to try to find the binder and show them to you guys. But she actually did come with her adoption papers, and I think her name was Tish Carlotta, something like that. And let me show you her pigtail. Again, I had to wash her hair, and then I just put her hair back up in the pigtail, and it's kind of a little bit of a mess. I got to work on it some more, but the corn silk kids, it just seems like their hair can get really messed up if you're not careful with it. But look at her little face. So, like I said, I like to try to come up with little personalities for them. And so this girl is kind of the practical joker. Like she, you know, she likes to tell like corny jokes. You know, like she'll tell corny jokes, and all the other kids will kind of groan and just go, oh, and then because they're not laughing, she'll kind of blow them like raspberries. Like she'll kind of turn around and go, you know, blow them raspberries, which then will make the other Cabbage Patch Kids laugh. And so then she laughs. So yeah, little stinker, little stinker. Wave to everybody. So yeah, there's this little girl. Let me see if I think I have a few more. Let me see what else I have, and then I'll try to find the binder that I have everything in and show you. Okay, so just give me a minute. I'll be right back. All right, guys, a couple more vintage ones, and then that'll be that. So we have a couple of preemies here. So again, this one I think might need some more stuffings, but this is a little boy preemie. It looks like. Now with the preemies, let me just kind of show you. About the preemies here. So the preemies are bald. Let me try to get the cap down. I don't know if I can. Might have to do it on. I'll have to do it on the next one because I can't really get the hat off unless I totally untie it, and I don't want to do that right now. But anyway, so the preemies now, because they're bald, and obviously there's no gender parts or anything. You can make a preemie a boy or a girl depending on like what kind of outfit and stuff you put it on. So this one came dressed as a boy preemie. Now again, he doesn't have his adoption papers or anything like that, but you can see that with the preemies, you know, they're bald, they're smaller than the regular Cabbage Patch Kids, and so he's got like this little gown, and he doesn't have any shoes or anything on. Sometimes they'll come with socks and stuff, and maybe this little guy came with some socks, but a lot of times The socks and shoes can be missing, but he kind of looks like a little angel in this outfit, but he's got, it's kind of, it needs some cleaning. Like this little guy, it said that, you know, because they've been stored away, you know, he's going to need a little bit of cleaning. So his body needs a little bit of cleaning, and so does the gown. It kind of feels a little bit musty, but yeah, it's still very cute. I think it'll clean up really nicely. But here's the back of the cap, and then the back of the gown. But with preemies, you know, they're smaller. They're you know, they're made to look more delicate, because what happens with the preemies in the Cabbage Patch Kids story is a preemie comes along when the patch experiences an early frost, and so the preemies will come, and they won't have any hair, and so they come early. They're premature, and it's because the patch had an early frost. So the preemies need some extra special care because they're more tiny, they're more delicate, and so they come in these little gowns to kind of keep them you know, looking very sweet and very safe. So here's this little guy. There's that little preemie. And then by the same token, we have this little preemie girl. Now again, now this was not an original Cabbage Patch Kid outfit. I think the person that had this one actually made this little dress for her. And it is very, very sweet looking. But let me show you, and it also did come with the cap, but let me show you again, preemie, you know, bald preemie. So the preemies are bald, okay? And so because they don't have any hair, like if you know, you can make them a boy or a girl depending on what you want. But this one came dressed as a little girl, and the person that had her, I think, did make the outfit. But look at how adorable this outfit is. I think it's really, really cute. So she looks like a little angel. And then she has shoes and socks on, okay? So they had some shoes and socks. And these shoes and socks actually are in really nice shape. But because this girl has also been stored away, excuse me, because she's been stored away, she needs cleaning too. And she's got like a little spot, I think, on the dress. I'm going to see if I can get that out, but I'll have to try to clean her up a little bit. So, but, you know, she still came in pretty nice shape. And yeah, I really like her. I used to have a preemie, and she came in like a little pink cap and dress and stuff, but I tried to find a preemie. She didn't quite look exactly like her, but yeah, she's you know, still very cute. Yeah. And then we have this little girl here, okay? So another regular size kid. And let me just kind of show you the difference between the preemie and her. So if we put the two heads together, you can see that we'll try to pull the dress up a little. You can see that the preemie is much smaller. You see how the preemie is smaller than the regular kid. So so here's this little girl. She's still got her little yellow outfit on. No shoes or socks or anything, but sometimes with these, the shoes and socks can be missing. So she's got like kind of sweatpants with a sweater. So she's got some kind of blondish hair, blondish brown hair. And I had to do her hair again too, because again, like the other two that I showed you, she had loose hair, and so I went down the middle and I kind of split the hair, and I put it back in the pigtails. And she doesn't have her original ribbons, so I'll have to make her some ribbons, okay? So, but I did find some elastics, and I put her hair back into the pigtails. So there's that little girl, okay? There she is. And then it looks like I have one more. As far as vintage kids go, I have one more. So lastly, we have this little girl, okay? And now I guess maybe she could even be a boy because she's got short hair, but she's dressed as a girl. So, and I don't remember, now she did come with her adoption papers, and I don't remember what it said her name was. I will have to look it up. I think it's like Emelina, something like that. I don't remember. I'll have to grab the binder and look at the papers, and I'll show you the adoption papers that I got that they came with. So her outfit, now this is the outfit that she came with, but because the elastic is so bad, because the elastic really gets worn out, the person that had her pinned it together. I mean, just look at that. Otherwise, her pants would fall down. So it's pinned because the elastic just tends to wear out quite a bit. So, but anyway, these are very cute little outfits, and she actually came in nice shape. She still got her shoes on, little shoes and socks. So yeah, but anyway, those are all of the vintage kids that I have, and she does have, oh, she actually does have her ribbons in. So she actually did come as a girl. You can see that she's, let me try to find it here. You can see that she's actually got a white ribbon on right there. Can you guys see that? She does have a white ribbon, okay? So she did actually come as a little girl. Her hair is just shorter. But anyway, those are all of the vintage kids that I have, and I don't know how many there are. I think when I counted, I think there were like 17, but I don't know. Don't quote me to that. But I do have quite a few of them, as you can tell. But yeah, so those are all the vintage kids I have. Let me see if I can grab the binder that I have everything in, and then I'll show you what the original adoption papers look like. Okay guys, so I found my little binder that I keep all my Cabbage Patch Kids stuff in. Now, this says Little People. It says Little People Collectors Club. Now, I am a member of, like, if you go to CabbagePatchKids.com, this is where Babyland General is, and this is where you can get, like, Babyland exclusive kids and the soft sculpture kids and stuff. And so they have a collectors club where you get invited to, if you're a member of it, you get invited to like different events that they have. You can have a custom soft sculpture Cabbage Patch Kid made to your specifications as far as like hair color, eye color, skin color, you know, that kind of thing. And so there's benefits to it, and I totally need to renew. I think my subscription is going to be up kind of soon, but I am a member of their collectors club. And so what you get when you join, and I'm going to just kind of cover some of this stuff up here, you get some literature. And I've actually got some paperwork and stuff in here with some of my other Cabbage Patch Kids. But and I'm going to cover up some of this because it's actually got my name and membership number on this card. But you get a little membership card, and then you also get like a little pin to wear as well. So then you get some literature about, you know, about Little People and Cabbage Patch Kids. And let's see, I've got, it also comes with like little sleeves and stuff. Like sheet protectors and stuff that you can put in here with, so you can keep like all your paperwork and stuff in here. But let me show you, I do actually have, and I got kind of wrinkled up here, I actually do have adoption papers and stuff in here for the originals that I got here. Let me try to find them. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got them out of the sleeve. I had to kind of hunt for them a little bit because I had them buried. But anyway, so the one that I just showed you guys, the let me try to find her, the one with the short blonde hair that was in the red. Okay, this little girl. Okay, so her name is her name is Emelita Jordana. Okay, so this is the adoption papers that went with her. So she actually had her original stuff, which is awesome. But this is what you got with them. Like you see the little envelope here, and then so you got with it. Let me just, and it's really old and fragile here, guys. So you gotta kind of be careful with it. But it did come with like some literature, like some Cabbage Patch Kid literature. Like you could join, oh, there we go. You could join like the, there's some other stuff that you could get with it. You could join like the Cabbage Patch Kid Parents Club or something like that, you know, that they had back in the day. And then so here is the birth certificate. Okay, so here is what you got when you got a Cabbage Patch Kid from back there. There's the original name that she came with. Okay, and then on the back, there's actually some writing on the back, and I'm just gonna I'm trying to make sure that we don't have. I probably should let me cover this up because it looks like there's some personal information from the person that actually had her from before. So on the back here, you can actually, like, it gives like the family history, like Xavier Roberts is the father. But this is where you can send it in and change their name if you want to. And so you can see that they have like the hand and footprints and stuff like so. Okay, so you can actually send this in and get a name change, and it'll actually give you like the date they were adopted and stuff. But I kind of feel like I don't want to show that at this time because it looks like somebody had actually written on there, and I don't want to show that, even though this was like quite a long time ago. I'm still not gonna show that. And then I'll show you what I have for the other girl. Okay. Oh, and there's also, hang on just a minute. There is also it looks like a little card in here. And it says, here's one of many things you'll find out about me. I like to hear nursery rhymes. So it's got like a little Cabbage Patch Kid card. It looks like that came with the paperwork there. Okay. So let me show you the stuff that I got with the other little girl. Okay. So I did get some stuff with the other little girl, and that was the corn silk kid that I showed you where she was sticking her tongue out. And I was right. Her name was, her original name was Tish Carlotte. I think I said Carlotta, but Tish Carlotte. Pretty close. So let me show you what we got with her. Okay, so now she came with a little bit more stuff. I think the other one, like some of the paperwork was missing, but let me just kind of show you what you got. So here is a little Cabbage Patch Kids brochure. Okay, and then same thing that came with the other one. Like there's some Cabbage Patch Kids stuff that you could get, you know, more stuff. And again, you can join the Cabbage Patch Kids parent club or whatever. Let me fold that back up the way I had it. Okay. And here is another little card, and it says, here's one of many things to find out about me. I love to ride on the school bus. And then there's another little thing you can fill out. Okay, so then here is like her little name card. Okay, so each one of you get like a little information card about them, like and it tells something that they like to do, and then there's like a little name card that you can fill out for them. So that's kind of cool. And then you also get, let's see what this was here. There's so many things here. Here's another, okay, she came with another one here. They must have included two of them. Long car trips make me fussy, and I can't wait until we know all of each other's secrets. Okay, so there's another little info thing. So each one of those just kind of came with something kind of special like that. And then here is the birth certificate that came with her. Okay, now this one, it looks like this was intact. Okay, so here is the original birth certificate that came with her. Okay, so Tish Carlotte. And then on the bottom is her adoption paper, official adoption thing. And then there's like the little Cabbage Patch Kid oath of adoption that you would say. Okay, so then you fill that out. You can fill that out October. And then so this is what you can send in to change her name if you want to, like so. So then on the back, okay, on the back I still kind of feel like there's some personal stuff written here, so I'm going to cover this part up. And again, here is the hand and footprints right there. Okay, I'll cover that up. And then here is, and then on the bottom here, it looks like this is the official oath of adoption. So then you say that, and then you can sign it, and then you can have like a little witness sign it, you know. So very, very cute, very, very adorable. So I'm glad I got those, because I don't have official adoption papers for many of these. So I'm glad I got them for two of them, which is super nice. And then also this little envelope. Now this is what you would send in, like if you want to change their name or something, you know, kind of thing. And I don't think this address works anymore. Babyland General Hospital Certification Center. So, New York. Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. That doesn't exist anymore. But, yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and put this away. Okay. But anyway, those are all of my vintage kids, plus adoption papers and stuff for a couple of them, and kind of a little look inside the Cabbage Patch Kid Collectors Club binder thing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, boy, this video was kind of long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hearing a little bit about, and seeing the vintage kids, seeing the vintage kids, plus hearing a little bit about the Reborns and stuff, and so forth. So in the next video, I'll come back and I'll do part 2. And what I'll do is I will show the Babyland exclusive kids and possibly the soft sculpture kids. Or I will wait and show the soft sculpture kids in part 3 of the video. I'll just have to wait and see how long it gets. But anyway, and also if you are interested in seeing my collection of Reborns, let me know. I will show them here. If you guys really want to see them. But if you are interested in seeing more of them, you know, plus like Cabbage Patch Kids and stuff, if you are interested in seeing more of something like that, I'll link my channel where I do that stuff so that you can check that out. Again, it's called Serenade Nursery, but I will link that in the description section so you can check that out if that is an area of interest or something that you want to find out more about. And by all means, I mean, like if you have any questions about any of that, or any of the Cabbage Patch Kids or the Reborns, you know, or anything like that, let me know and I will certainly be glad to answer them. But you know, feel free to definitely check out that channel. I do have quite a bit of content up over there because I am trying to grow that channel. And I do have, I've already got 120 subscribers over there, which is pretty cool. It's still a very new channel. And yeah, so, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very different video. If you got any questions, let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section, of course. And look for part 2 with more different kinds of Cabbage Patch Kids. And let me know if you got any more questions about the Reborns, you know. And yeah, so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are uploaded. We'll get back into the crafting stuff. We'll be seeing more progress reports on my Sharon Sanctuary room, and we'll do some more coloring. Right now my coloring stuff is kind of like in a shambles. You know, it's kind of a disorganized mess right now because I've kind of got everything moved around. But yeah, we'll be getting back more into that. We'll do some more crocheting gabs. Yeah, so anyway, don't forget to leave a comment and do all that stuff that I mentioned, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Okay, bye my little goldies. All right, yes, bye my little goldies. Mwah. All right, bye everybody. We'll talk to you in the next video.